Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and early impressions for Pools VR. Yes, it got official VR beta support. The developer released a public beta for the game, and I'll put instructions on this video on how to get into this public beta test. But the important thing to know, it's only for Chapter 1. So there's 6 chapters, 6 levels, but only the first one works in VR. Now, you'll still unlock the other ones, but for non-VR, so keep that in mind. I bought this game. This game normally retails for a little less than $10, and it's currently on a Steam sale, 25% off, and it's rated very positively. In fact, the recent reviews are overwhelmingly positive. So a lot of people like this game, but it's definitely not for everyone because it's the liminal spaces type game. Now, I am playing seated, and you do have full locomotion or teleportation, smooth or snap churning, and the graphics, I have anti-aliasing off, lighting quality minimal, reflections medium, FS. Now, this always changes back to FSR, where I needed to DLSS balance, and I think that's where I get the best performance. And I don't have any of the comfort options on, but you do have vignettes and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and let's just play. And like I said, only the first chapter is available, so it's definitely a beta. So it's not the official full VR release, it's a public beta, and you can join by just following some simple instructions, which I'll include in the video. I'm testing this out on the Meta Quest 3 using link cable on my RTX 3080, and as I mentioned earlier, I did buy this game. In fact, I bought it as soon as I heard it was going to have VR support, and this VR support public beta actually was released on October 25th, and I totally missed that, but since this is a horror game, it's actually not a bad thing. You know, I get to experience it, the day before Halloween. So, this is a liminal spaces game, and if you're not sure what that means, it basically means that you're navigating through impossible spaces. So, like abandoned buildings, and it might have weird lighting, it might have weird geometry or weird architecture, and it's just a space that seems, something's off about the space that you're exploring. Here it's that, several things, the lighting, the geometry, the architecture, that just doesn't make a lot of sense, the functionality of it. Plus, they're usually abandoned as well. So this is basically a horror walking simulator, and the purpose of the game is basically vibes. So, there is no, monster chasing you. Now, I haven't figured out how to get through this particular water slide. I haven't figured that out. So, it's vibes, and, there's not really a purpose to the gameplay. So, some people may not enjoy that. But I actually enjoyed this game. I think the visuals look great, and I think it has a very creepy atmosphere. But it's definitely not for everyone. But I definitely enjoy the visuals, and it runs pretty good on my RTX 3080. I mostly get 90 frames per second, but in some areas, especially around water, it does. I do get reprojections, so some frame rate drops, and you can tell I have anti-aliasing off, but it kind of needs it because I can see some jaggies there on the corners and stuff like that. I'm gonna explore here, but I think I'm pretty sure this is the wrong way, by the way. So we're gonna make like a little a circle, but that's okay. That's part of the game. I did play this game earlier, so I think I know my way around now, but I'm not 100% sure. I do notice one issue is that if I don't stand up straight, if I'm slouched in my chair, the water will do that. So, because I don't want the water to do that, I do stand up straight. So that's one issue I've noticed. It's not a big issue, but it's definitely something that I noticed. Now, I did have something creepy happen here before, but I have not been able to replicate the issue. And I don't know if something creepy is going to happen. we definitely hear like some water dumping and whatnot. By the way, this is the default walk speed. You can run as well by pressing trigger. This is the run speed here. And obviously, you saw the settings. You can increase the run speed as well as the normal walking speed. So those are things you can modify. And there is a crouch button as well. Now, there is no jumping. But you know, you'll hear sounds here and there, and you might see like something that looks like maybe strange phenomena. But it's mostly the game playing tricks on you. But you know, there is no gameplay. Like there's no monster chasing you. There's no puzzles to solve, other than you know trying to find your way out. Basically, that's really the only gameplay. So just exploring, trying to remember what paths you took and what paths you haven't taken, and as long as you do that, you'll get to where you need to go, which is you know the end of the level. Now I don't think there's a way to get up there, and you'll see some signs. So one thing, this game, you do have to keep an eye open for any possible signs that'll tell you maybe what to do. But you notice that we're right back to where we were earlier. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a space that we were in earlier. So I'm just gonna teleport because we've already been here. And I don't want to make a long video, so that's why I'm gonna use teleport. Normally I don't like using teleport, but we've already been here. So we kind of have to figure out which way to go. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this is like a dead end. No, it's not a dead end here. My bad, it's not a dead end. It's not a dead end, but I don't think that's the right way either. And so I think the key, if I remember correctly, is that well, I don't really want to spoil the game, but there's a method to my madness. So, we're going to go here. And you can tell we haven't been here because that little event didn't happen. So a little phenomena there, a little paranormal activity. And so there's an area we can go in through there as well. But there's another spot here. And I don't want to explore all the possible spaces. So there is actually a whole lot more that you can explore, some secret areas, but I'm trying to make this a video that's not very long, so I'm just trying to get to where I need to go, but I'm not just going to go directly to the end location. Now, if you're afraid of heights, this might not be the game for you. But definitely for me, and at least in VR, I'm not scared of heights in VR. In real life, yeah, I'm afraid of heights. Sure, just like anybody else, but definitely not in VR. Because it's not real. It's virtual reality. And there's a big old rubber duck over here. Hello, Mr. Rubber Ducky. Like I said, I'm just trying, basically at this point, I'm just trying to get to the end because I don't want to make a super long video. But I think you get a sense of whether this is the type of experience that you would enjoy or not. I liked it, but I can definitely see why this wouldn't be for everyone because, there's no traditional gameplay. This is all about vibes. This is all about the experience, the journey. But there's no like actual traditional gameplay. Other than getting to the end. But that's just a matter of exploring and remembering where you've been and looking closely to see where there's alternate routes. So that's basically all there is to the gameplay. So it's all about exploration. And I definitely want to get on that water slide. If you guys know me, you know that I love water slides. I love roller coasters. I love that type of experience in VR. And so we're going to go down the water slide, which is a lot of fun for me. I definitely think more games need more roller coasters and more water slides and stuff like that. Especially in VR, where that really works well. You can grab onto the ladder, so you can either automatically teleport up the ladder, or you can set it to actually just climb it up. I like to climb it up because I like the immersive experience. Wait, am I supposed to? You know what? I don't remember where I'm supposed to go now. Am I supposed to go up or over there? You know what? I don't remember. No, you know what? We definitely need to go. Yeah, because the other way is just back to where we were. So we definitely want to go here. Okay. But this is what I'm talking about: the liminal spaces and the impossible spaces. The architecture just doesn't make sense, and it definitely makes it feel like a maze. So this part can be a little confusing, and I'm gonna sort of ruin the magic because at least I know a way to. At least I think I know a way. There's Rubber Ducky. Hello, Rubber Ducky. Hello. So this is the trick. You look for this. So that's basically the trick. There's another one, an exit. So that's how you know you're going the right way. And so we're getting to the end of this level. The level's actually longer than I made it out to be. But again, I had already played this level. In fact, I played it twice before recording. So I kind of knew exactly where to go. I don't think I was ever really lost. It's just a matter of having your bearings and knowing where you've been and where you need to go. And we're near the end here. But yeah, this is all about, the being alone. So you're in an abandoned building, you're alone, and you're left with your thoughts, and the building just has this life of its own, with the buzzing lights, the vents that make a little noise, and just, the little paranormal stuff that happens along the way as well. You can also just sit here and relax and enjoy. I don't know if there's a way to get up there. I don't think there is. But enough playing around. I think this is near the end, if I remember correctly. I think we're going the right way. Yeah, this is the end here. So this might be the scariest part for some people. If you're afraid of heights, this might trigger your phobias. Now, I'm not, like I said, in VR, I'm definitely not scared of heights. Just because it's VR. So even if you fall down, you're not going to die. So anyways, goodbye, cruel world. And this is the end of the level. And this is the end of the beta. Like I said, the rest of the chapters are coming later on, but right now only Chapter 1 is available. Since only Chapter 1 is available, I don't think it's fair to score this game. I'll just say that I did enjoy it, and I do recommend it. You know, it's rated very positively, and the recent reviews have been overwhelmingly positive. So this is a niche, but a lot of people enjoy this type of experience, and so do I. So I'm going to give it a recommendation. I think it's a good VR port so far. It's running pretty well. Like I said, it ran mostly 90 frames per second, some few drops, some reprojection, especially around water. But for the most part, it was running well. I didn't run into any major bugs during a previous playthrough. The game felt like it was going to crash. There was this big lag spike, but it didn't crash. And so after like 10-15 seconds, it just went back to normal. And you saw that if I was slouched down on my chair, how the water would come up. That was much worse than an earlier playthrough where I really had to stand up. But as long as your seated position isn't too low to the ground, you should be fine. Anyways, like I said, I do give this a recommendation. I think it's a good VR port, and I'm liking what I see so far. There's lots of options available, lots of graphical settings, comfort settings, locomotion, and turning settings. So everything you'd like to see in a VR port. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play early impressions for Pools VR. Official VR support is coming soon. If you decide to try this public beta, keep in mind it is a beta for a reason. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.